If you're a San Antonio Spurs fan, you probably weren't expecting Summer League to be about wins and losses. Sure, it's always nice to see your team come away with victories, but that's never been the real objective. Summer League is about discovering future rotation players. It's about identifying who belongs. It's about finding those hidden gems that eventually become key contributors when the games actually matter. And through the first 4 Las Vegas Summer League games, 2 names continue to stand out every single time they step on the floor: Jacobe Gillespie and Terrace Reed Jr. Neither player entered Summer League carrying the hype of a lottery pick. Neither arrived with national headlines or superstar expectations. But sometimes, the Spurs do their best work when the spotlight isn't on the biggest names. Throughout the organization's history, San Antonio has built championship teams by developing overlooked talent. They don't just draft athletic players, they draft competitors, high IQ basketball players, and guys willing to embrace a role. Watching Gillespie and Reed play, it's easy to understand why the Spurs targeted them. Today, we're breaking down their biggest performances so far, what they've shown over 4 Summer League games, and why both players may have brighter futures in San Antonio than many expected. Let's get into it. Jacobe Gillespie is playing with confidence. Let's start with the guard who continues to become more comfortable every game. Jacobe Gillespie has shown exactly what Spurs fans wanted to see from a young point guard. He's aggressive, he's confident, he's composed. Most importantly, he looks like someone who understands how to run an offense instead of simply hunting shots. His Summer League started against Atlanta with 12 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Even though the Spurs struggled offensively as a team, Gillespie consistently created opportunities for teammates while showing he could pressure defenses. The next game against New York, he followed it up with 14 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and another 2 steals. Again, the scoring wasn't the biggest story, it was the complete game. He's impacting multiple areas every single night. Then came Milwaukee. Although the shot wasn't falling consistently, Gillespie still contributed 13 points while continuing to defend aggressively and compete on every possession. That's something coaches absolutely love. Young guards often disappear when their jump shot isn't working. Gillespie didn't. He continued attacking, making defensive plays, and running the offense. Then came his biggest breakout. Against Utah, Gillespie exploded for 25 points while shooting efficiently, knocking down perimeter shots, attacking the paint, and looking every bit like the best offensive player on the floor for stretches. That performance showed another side of his game. He isn't just a facilitator, he can become a legitimate scoring threat, and that's exactly what modern NBA offenses need. His basketball IQ keeps standing out. One thing that jumps off the screen isn't necessarily his scoring, it's how quickly he processes the game. He rarely forces difficult passes, he understands pace, he knows when to attack, he knows when to slow everything down. Those qualities don't always show up in highlight reels, but they absolutely show up in winning basketball. The Spurs have always valued decision-making over flashy plays. Gillespie looks comfortable making the correct basketball play. Whether it's driving into the lane, finding the corner shooter, or simply resetting the offense, he's consistently making smart decisions. That's exactly how young guards earn trust from NBA coaching staffs. Defensive energy is becoming his calling card. Offensively, he's impressed. Defensively, he might be even more encouraging. Across multiple games, Gillespie has consistently generated steals while disrupting opposing guards. He stays active with his hands, he fights over screens, he competes on every possession. For a young player trying to earn NBA minutes, effort defensively is often the fastest way to get on the floor, and he's embracing that challenge. The Spurs want players who defend first. Gillespie appears to understand exactly what's expected. Terrace Reed Jr. is showing why the Spurs wanted size. Every good young backcourt eventually needs someone controlling the paint. That's where Reed has made his impact. His Summer League opener immediately caught everyone's attention. Against Atlanta, Reed finished with 14 points and 10 rebounds while shooting over 55% from the field. That wasn't empty production. He battled for offensive rebounds, protected the paint, set strong screens, finished through contact. He played exactly how you'd want a young center to play. Physical, active, relentless. Those qualities that translate regardless of level. His rebounding already looks NBA ready. One statistic continues showing up: rebounds. Against Atlanta, he grabbed 10. Against New York, he pulled down 9 more despite struggling offensively. Against Utah, he added 7 rebounds. The scoring may fluctuate, rebounding usually doesn't. That's because rebounding comes from effort, positioning, and physicality. Reed consistently puts himself in position to help his team finish defensive possessions. The Spurs have needed additional front-court toughness. He's showing signs of providing exactly that. The screens matter more than the box score. One thing casual fans sometimes overlook is screening. Big men don't just score, they create offense by freeing teammates. Reed sets solid screens, he rolls hard, he occupies defenders. That creates driving lanes for guards like Gillespie. Those little details often determine whether a player earns rotation minutes. San Antonio basketball has always been built around doing the little things correctly. Reed already embraces that identity.
The numbers don't tell the entire story. There were games where Reed struggled offensively. Against New York, he finished with just 5 points. Against Utah, only 4. Some fans immediately focus on scoring totals. That misses the bigger picture. Young centers usually develop slower offensively. The encouraging part is that the rebounding, the defensive positioning, the physicality, and the effort remain consistent. Those traits provide a foundation. The scoring can come later. Why Gillespie and Reed fit together? Perhaps the most exciting development has been watching these two complement one another. When Gillespie attacks downhill, Reed creates space with hard screens. When defenses collapse, Gillespie finds cutters. When shots miss, Reed cleans up the glass. It's basketball that makes sense. They're helping each other's strengths. That chemistry could become even more valuable over time. Learning the Spurs way. One reason San Antonio has remained respected around the NBA is player development. The organization doesn't rush prospects. Players earn everything. That's exactly the environment these two need. Neither has to become a star immediately. They simply need to improve every month, develop physically, learn NBA defensive concepts, become more consistent shooters, continue making smart decisions. If that happens, both players could exceed expectations. Areas for improvement. Of course, neither player is a finished product. For Gillespie, improving efficiency will be important. There are moments where he can finish stronger around the basket. Adding strength will also help him absorb contact. Developing a more consistent three-point shot off the dribble would unlock another level offensively. For Reed, offensive polish remains the biggest priority. Expanding his post moves, improving touch around the rim, becoming a reliable free throw shooter. Those areas could dramatically increase his value. But these are normal developmental goals for young players. Nothing looks concerning. Everything looks coachable. Looking ahead. Now, imagine these two after another year inside the Spurs organization, working daily against NBA veterans, learning from one of basketball's best development staffs, building chemistry with the young core, improving physically. That's where excitement begins. Summer League is only the beginning. The goal isn't dominating July. The goal is becoming dependable NBA players in October, January, and eventually playoff basketball. Both players appear to be on that path. Through 4 Las Vegas Summer League games, Jacobe Gillespie and Terrace Reed Jr. have given Spurs fans legitimate reasons for optimism. Gillespie has displayed scoring ability, playmaking, defensive intensity, and poise beyond his experience. His 25-point breakout against Utah highlighted offensive upside, while his consistent assist and steal numbers show he's impacting games in multiple ways. Reed has brought physicality every time he stepped on the floor. His double-double against Atlanta, relentless rebounding, and willingness to do the dirty work fit perfectly with the culture San Antonio has built for decades. Neither player needs to become an all-star overnight. They simply need to continue developing. If Gillespie becomes a dependable two-way guard, if Reed becomes the rugged interior presence every contender needs, the Spurs may have quietly added 2 more valuable pieces to an already exciting young foundation. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: Never underestimate San Antonio's ability to find talent where everyone else is looking the other way. The future in San Antonio keeps getting brighter. Jacobe Gillespie and Terrace Reed Jr. are making sure everyone around the league is starting to notice. Which of these two rookies do you believe has the higher long-term ceiling with the Spurs? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.